This is an Audio Holdings production.
The Steadfast. When disguised by the darkness of a prairie night, Gunlock seemed a pleasant place with its one wide street and the pools of yellow light spilling out across the dust from Clem York's hotel and saloon. But the sunrise drew away the disguise. Then Gunlock could be seen for what it was. A huddle of buildings dropped here among the empty miles, an evil, almost deserted town with broken hitch rails and walks that had more splintered boards than sound ones, with cobwebbed windows and doors that hung askew from bent hinges. Each morning, Dave Lowry viewed Gunlock with distaste as he walked from his house at the east end of town to his livery stable. He always had the weird feeling that he was looking at something that should have been a corpse but stubbornly refused to become one. There was something painful about seeing Gunlock this way, for he had been here when it was a brawling trail town. He had seen the settlers come filled with hope and leave with no hope at all, humbled by drought and hard times. He had seen his father die here in front of Clem York's hotel, shot in the back by parties unknown, or so the coroner's jury had said. Almost every morning Dave met Marshal Arno Slade on the street, a toothpick gripped between his strong white teeth, the sun gleaming on his large gold star. The meeting had become an anticipated drama laden with dynamite that never exploded. This morning Slade was standing in his usual position, the slanted sunlight cutting sharply across his bold face. Dave glanced at the gold star, thinking of his father, Ben Lowry, who had been Gunlock's marshal through the boom years when it had been a tough town. A small star with doubtful silver plating had been good enough for him. Dave's gray eyes lifted to the marshal's cynical black ones and held there. There was a gun on Dave's hip, the same .44 his father had worn for so many years. Now Dave's hand dropped to the worn butt as it always did when he met Slade, for the man was unpredictable and dangerous. Slade said, "Lowry?" Dave stopped, saying nothing. He suspected, as everyone in Gunlock suspected, that Arno Slade had killed his father. From the day Ben Lowry had died, Dave had known that the time would come when he would kill Slade, but he had waited until he had proof of the man's guilt. Now, meeting the marshal's cool, malicious stare, he wondered if his 2 years of waiting had been a mistake. There were those in Gunlock who said it was. "A man came through last night," Slade said. "He wanted a fresh horse." Dave nodded, a prickle running down his spine. Perhaps Slade had grown tired of the waiting. "You wouldn't let—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?